So we are 1 month into Infinite Warfare. How is the game feeling? Hi there guys, my name is Pancherzz, welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking a little bit about Infinite Warfare around about a month after it's come out now. I've been playing the game a little bit, not as much as I've wanted to, but I'm going to go straight out there with my opinion. I like Infinite Warfare. I think it's a good game. It's by no means perfect and not the best Call of Duty in the world, but I do enjoy playing it and look forward to when I get a chance to play it. So let's go through some of the things that I think are good and bad. Also, I know there is supposedly a large update coming pretty soon that's going to fix quite a lot of different issues, patches, weapon balances, but these are my opinions 1 month into this game's cycle. At the minute, the thing that absolutely gets on my nerves the most about this game is the stupid wall glitch spots that are going around on YouTube and that everyone seems to be doing. Once they see someone in it, they find out how to do it and then do it themselves. I just hate it. The FTL jump, which was a terrible idea when they didn't make the sky barriers high enough in some places, that meant people can get over the top and go in ridiculous spots behind walls, under the ground sometimes, which makes it even near impossible to kill them or completely impossible to kill them. This is honestly the most annoying thing at the minute in this game for me. Even if you try and play Infected, it seems that on some maps, about 2/3 of the players are like jumping in the same spot, trying to get on that stupid antenna to get on the ridiculous rooftop, just so they can't be killed in a game of Infected, trying to get an easy nuke. It's not cool, it won't look good. If you try and record gameplay of you in a wall glitch getting a nuke, it's not going to be anything spectacular at all. This is the main priority to be fixed in my opinion, and it's just the most annoying thing. It always has been in every COD whenever there's been wall glitches, something like that. It's just irritating. I can't really explain it. You know how it is if you've been in a game where someone's in one of these spots. It's annoying. You just want to leave, and quite often I do. So secondly, the time to kill is honestly so much better than it was in the beta. As I mentioned in my beta opinions video a little while back now, I spoke about the inability to sort of turn on other players, and they're kind of feeling a bit like ghosts that whoever shot first got the kill. I definitely prefer the way it is now. I may even go as far as to say it's a little bit too much. This isn't really a complaint as such. It's just saying that sometimes it takes a little bit long to kill one person, and if there's a double kill coming up, for example if 2 people come running around the corner at the same time, I don't always find time to kill both people. I normally get to aim at one, and then by the time I've killed them, the other guy's killed me, or I run out of ammo. It's a little bit interesting. This doesn't bother me too much though, I am mainly a hardcore player anyway. But it's something that I've noticed more than once when I do jump into core game modes. I just think the lag compensation that's built into the game is quite high. I think it's still in that ironing out phase of the game, which is crazy, bearing in mind it's a month into this game cycle. But too often for me it feels like, and I get a little bit annoyed by, you seem to put 3-4 bullets into someone, then they just destroy you really quickly. You just get melted. Either that or hit detection's a little bit off, so I'm thinking that I'm hitting them. I'm not used to the change hit detection sound just yet, and I'm just dying anyway. I was watching a video from someone before who was discussing inbuilt lag into Infinite Warfare, and they were saying that the delay that's built into Infinite Warfare is so much bigger than Black Ops 3 was. So maybe this is something that will be tweaked with the big update that's supposedly coming. The weapons within the game, on the whole, do feel quite good. The NV4 Fallout though is seen far too many times in hardcore, just the NV4 in general. If you look at the kill feeds in some hardcore gameplays, you'll just see NV4 heaven over and over again. Infinity Ward has said that there will be more weapon balances to come, and this isn't surprising. There always is, there always has been. Black Ops 3 weapons were being balanced right up until the last couple of months of the game still, so they just track it and see how it goes and change the weapons accordingly. It kind of sucks as well, so far anyway, that there are 12 weapon variants that can only be unlocked through supply drops, and I expect there will be more to come for sure. Also, if you look in the Quartermaster, in the section that you can unlock weapons yourself through salvage, you'll see that there is pretty obviously an extra column on the far right next to the last epic weapons, so I can only expect more to come here as well. COD points kinda suck, but this isn't anything new, we've had them for a while now. And it was announced recently that Activision over the past year made about $1 billion profit from in-game items. So they're not going to leave it out, are they, at all? I'm just not going to buy any. The people that want to buy some can, and that's their decision. Me personally, I will not be buying any COD points at any point to get weapons in the game. Now the snipers in the game are different to the way they were in the beta. I think they are better than they were in the beta. It was a little bit too easy. I mean, I could snipe well in the beta, and that's saying something. I am by no means a good sniper, and the fact that I could quickscope lots of people in the beta was crazy for me. But these days I hardly see anyone using them properly or even attempting to quickscope unless you go into team deathmatch. It's not that snipers are hard to use, they're just, to me anyway, someone that uses them quite casually. They feel quite slow, especially when you miss a shot. It's hard to get a follow-up shot on, and I feel that I can get outgunned by pretty much every other weapon at lots of different ranges. So I don't see too much of snipers being used anymore, which is kind of a shame. I'd like to see a sort of balance in there. Obviously the way the beta was a little bit crazy, but to have them usable within the game would be quite nice from a sort of casual person's opinion, rather than having to practice loads in order to be able to be semi-decent with it. In terms of maps, I think they're alright, they're not too bad. There are some that I love and some that I just terrible. They're just absolutely terrible. I was talking with some friends the other day about old CODs, and we were thinking about games like Modern Warfare 2, and it had so many brilliant maps. Like, we were just listing them off, remembering the names, remembering what they were like to play on, and it feels like games since then have sort of lost their way a little bit. Modern Warfare 2, there was just brilliant maps everywhere. Whenever the vote was coming up, it was actually a hard decision to try and pick which one you wanted to play. These days, there are obviously favourites within every single game. It feels like they've been a little bit too adventurous sometimes with their design, and maybe the movement system has changed the way the maps play a little bit. But there are some maps that I do like, and others that aren't so good. We'll have to see what the DLC ones are like as well. But on the whole, they're pretty good. They're nice and colourful. Some of them are a little bit grey, and one of them is red, which I quite like. But they're not too bad, not the worst maps we've seen. Definitely improvement on the last Infinity Ward game. Ghost maps were bad. Stonehaven was absolutely terrible. Wait, what was that? No, yeah, they are much better than Stonehaven was on Ghosts. That was just a terrible decision. I also don't really like the lack of leaderboards and combat record, but it is not the biggest issue at the minute. Most games release with this sort of thing, and it's kind of bad that they're not there from the start. But at this point, I'd much rather they focused on bigger things like the connection in the game. A lack of leaderboards, as it's been pointed out by some other people actually, might be in an attempt to hide the number of people that are playing the game. I don't really get why they want to hide it. It's not like people play the game less just because less people are playing it. You play the game that you want to. But with the players currently split between Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered, as well as the dozens of game modes that we have within the game, players are very spread out, and it's a lot harder to find games in some of the more uncommon modes like Uplink or Capture the Flag. All of this combined, I do actually quite like the game. It feels quite similar to Black Ops 3, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I think my problem is that I'm still playing it like I was playing Black Ops 3, and not treating it like a different game entirely. It feels a little more Ghosts-esque, where aiming down sight and staying aimed down sight seems to give you a bit more of an advantage. This is something that hopefully will change over time, and when your connection is on point, this game feels absolutely fantastic. I love the fact that keys are earned across zombies and multiplayer all in one total, so you can spend and earn them in either game mode. You can only play zombies for a week when you got the game, build up loads of keys, and then open supply drops to level 1 player in multiplayer and have a load of weapons right from the start. Salvage is also good. I like that it's there to cut out the need to buy supply drops to earn variants, but the cost of the variants is very high. Like, you need something crazy about 4,000 salvage, I think it is in total, to unlock all 4 variants for a single weapon. And I'm only halfway through Prestige 1 at the minute, and it takes a long time to earn the salvage. Sometimes a login bonus is also stupidly small. I know they changed it recently, but getting 5 salvage for logging in is absolutely nothing. I feel like we should earn salvage like we earn keys as well after each game. It doesn't have to be much, even if it was 5 salvage after each game. It's something towards our total rather than just waiting until we get a duplicate in a supply drop or something like that. Finally, I love mission teams as well. It is an easy way to earn extra XP, weapons and salvage just by playing the game, and I think that rewarding players who do put the time into playing the game in a way like this is absolutely brilliant. It requires you to actually play the game. There's no way to shortcut this one. You have to literally win games and finish games in order to get the XP from mission teams. Finally, something else that I feel does need working on a little bit, and I'm telling this right at the end, it's a bit of a side note to everything else for me. Domination is the main game mode that I play, and the spawns within that, and within free-for-all actually, aren't always that great. Free-for-all spawns, as you saw in my last gun game episode, are very hectic, and people sort of spawn everywhere. But in Domination they flip far too often from one side of the flag to the other. Although I'm not a fan of the kind of spawn trapping that has the enemy stuck in one position where they can't even move at all, I like the fact that sometimes they can break out of it if you get a little bit relaxed about it or don't focus enough. But I wish that they were a little bit more controllable and predictable than they are just now, just so that you're not always worried about being shot in the back 24/7. If an enemy pushes out a little bit too much, they seem to all start spawning out. One teammate pushes in just a little bit too much, like even one step, it will cause the whole enemy team to spawn across the other side of the map. And that needs tweaking a little bit, but that's something for later on as well. Oh yeah, and campaign was absolutely awesome. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great. Best campaign that we've had in a while on a COD game. So yes, there are things that I like and dislike about this game. Again, I think it is a good game that needs a bit of work in order to make it better. It's not my favourite COD ever, and probably will never get to that point. But am I going to keep playing it? Of course I am. I hope you guys have liked this video. If you have, just drop a like below. Leave a comment with your opinions on Infinite Warfare or Modern Warfare Remastered. And if you want to see me make any particular videos on these games, subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys later.